Used car prices are going back up. But the real problem isn't the price itself, it's what's happening behind the scenes that could actually trap millions of Americans in debt for years to come. I'm Mandy, and this is Money Renegade Report, and I'm going to talk about what is happening with used car prices, why you should care even if you're not in the market for one, what it means for your money, and what you can do about it in this situation. So let's talk about what's happening with used car prices. They are creeping back up again after cooling off for a little bit. Two big reasons that this is happening. There's limited supply of used vehicles, plus new cars are still way too expensive for most people. That means more buyers are being pushed into used car market, which is then driving the prices up even higher. So this sounds pretty simple on the outset, right? But less supply, higher prices, it's not the real story here. The real story and the real issue are the auto loans themselves because they are getting longer. 6, 7, or 8-year loans are becoming very common. Why? Because it makes the monthly payment way more affordable. But you're paying way more in interest over time, and that used car is really costing you. So this is how the higher prices are actually being hidden from consumers, right? Why this matters to you really is that higher prices and longer loans are going to equal a higher overall cost of what you're going to pay out, which is way more interest. And that leaves you behind with a huge risk of negative equity. That's where you owe more on the car than it's actually worth. If you ever need to sell that car or trade it in, you're stuck. You either have to keep the car or you have to come up with the money for the difference. And most people don't have the money, which is why they're in the used car. So what this means for you. For my renegades living paycheck to paycheck, let's talk about higher monthly payments are causing your household budget to be even tighter. You have less flexibility if anything goes wrong. You want to save and invest? No. You're locking your money into a depreciating asset, and all of that potential money that could go into something else that would grow money for you, the opportunity is lost. So what can we do? It's good stuff. If you're buying a car, avoid the longer loans. Try to keep it under 5 years if you can. I know if the payment's high, it's really hard. Considering holding on to the current car even longer than you would want to, they can be more reliable than newer ones. They're less costly to fix, and potentially you're going to have a lower payment, right? Avoid rolling in that old debt into a new loan whenever possible. Just remember that the more that you can pay upfront on any loan that you do get, the less you're going to, have an interest over time because the loan itself will be less. And just try to not overextend in any kind of depreciating asset. If you need a car, I know it can be hard, but don't jump into anything just because you're desperate. Try to look around and see about the best car that you can get for you. So it's more of a long-term play and not a short-term play. So tell me, are used car prices getting higher around you? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and remember, think differently, take control, be a renegade, and until next time, have a great day.